A podcast has no name. They are untitled and they're oh so happy that you came to this revival. Yo, get hit with Ballard's Club when Megan marks for Finn. See red for Becky Lynch when David cheers for the man. Straight out of Dublin and the Bronx when they watch games. He is a Blackhawks bloke, she is a Yankees dame. And they will say whatever the fuck they wanna say because untitled means no limits and they're rated MA. When you got Megan and Dave, your podcast don't need a name. Untitled, it will remain. Untitled, it will continue to be. This podcast don't need a name. Untitled, it will remain. Untitled with Megan and Dave. Got more flair than Charlotte, make more bank than Sasha. Don't care if you don't like those Pats. We'll rewatch Julian Edelman perform at peak perfection. Yeah, discuss it all at length, then change direction. Many topics, many episodes, and many emotional jabs. Old Dave will huff and puff whenever Megan gets mad. When Megan speaks her mind, the people run away. Cause yo, it's all untitled and it's rated MA. When you got Megan and Dave, your podcast don't need a name. Untitled, it will remain. Untitled, it will continue to be. This podcast don't need a name. Untitled, it will remain. Now here comes Megan and Dave.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Megan and Dave Untitled Podcast, episode 32. I'm your host, Megan, and that is Dave.
Hello.
Sorry, we were just recording this last week. It was all crazy all over the place and everything like that. Now we're back. We had a little break last week. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a regular occurrence, everything.
Better not.
So we're back.
Guess
We're
so.
back. We're back. So, what's there to talk about this week? Oh, yes. The shows in Madison Square Garden, the Monday Night Raw shows, and Tuesday Night SmackDown. What?
The garden.
Cat?
No, I was at the garden. I was trying to do an accent, the garden, but I was saying it in an accent, the garden.
Garden.
Yeah, that.
Garden. Alright. Yeah, so it took place at the Garden this week.
Yeah, I totally messed that one up.
Stone Cold came back for these shows. Well,
I just saw these shows, and the first thing I thought of was, wow, they must have a lot of faith in the current superstars by having both shows started by guys that basically stopped full time 10 years ago.
I mean, I don't know the difference between. I don't know what's wrong, but obviously the Garden is a big name in the big show and everything like that. But
I can understand them doing it. Fair enough. You're in the Garden, the first show there since 2010, so I can understand it. But it's
29.
Yeah, but 10 years. That's 10 years.
10 years.
That is 10 years.
Yeah.
So my thought was like, it's like, it is still like WWE is relying too much on the past and now focusing on the present. It's like, okay, fair enough. It's Austin Taker, you got that, so I guess. At least it wasn't. At least it wasn't throughout the whole show.
I mean, I don't know why WWE does not rely on the current stars, but honestly, if it wasn't relying on the current star, it would be Seth Rollins. I'm sorry.
No.
That MF does not do it for me. I'm sorry.
I know it doesn't do it for you, but we know that. But let's not drown in our sorrows about that, okay? Please don't.
Fuck Seth Rollins.
And you did it anyway.
You know what's
someone that doesn't want to listen to me. Grant.
No, what is this now? his third run as champion. I'm sorry, his second run as champion. I didn't realize it was 3.
Second one is Universal. I think third total.
You know, I don't want to talk about this cake ass.
Then don't. Then don't.
I'm going to start cussing, and the show is going to get off air. I can't stand him.
You already did.
Well, okay, yeah, I did. But anyway, okay, so it was the contract signing.
Yeah, and apparently, like the one thing that I saw on Twitter that was that someone said that Braun Strowman was shaking as he was doing his promo with Austin right there. And to be fair, like you said, don't blame him.
I would be starstruck.
I'd be petrified. It's like I need to impress Austin here, and it's like, oh my god, I need to impress him. Oh my god, like what do I say?
Because we would be stunned in like a second if that was us. Like, what did we do? I would be nervous as hell if I was next to Stone Cold.
Like I said, no, anybody would.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was, hey. Austin hasn't had a match in like 16 years, and he's still hella over.
Yeah, and he's still delivering stunners like a son of a bitch. AJ sold that stunner like crazy.
And sorry for bringing it up, but if you saw the show of Steve Austin, he could take one well too.
the Rock gave him praise, so I don't know. What else happened? I'm gonna know. Okay, the King of the Ring.
This is which kind of confused me as to the booking of it. Like they made it a triple threat just to have Corbin win again. So okay.
Oh my god.
That was a bit
weird. Why is Corbin a thing?
I don't know.
Because Vince said he attracts the female fans. No, he does not.
How exactly? Like, is it his bald head? Is that what it is?
I don't see any appeal to Baron Corbin.
Neither do I. Well, as a like I can get him with like a good heel and all that, but it's like I feel like he's being pushed past his peak. Like he's being forced past his peak, you know?
Well, I did read that they're telling him do not push him. And obviously
and look what they're doing.
And obviously we're going to fear worse what's going to happen.
Hmm.
And I fear what's going to happen.
Yep.
With that one. So, what else happened? Trying to figure out what else happened.
The horsewoman.
Oh, okay. Honestly, put them in together in the ring on matches. All 4 of them, they delivered because that tag match had to be the better tag matches we've seen in months.
To be fair, it's like this is something that we've seen before, but we haven't seen on the main roster. Like if you saw them, what was it? It was Takeover and Rival, I think it was, when they had the Fatal 4-Way.
Yes.
I believe, like that's where it started. It's like the 4 of them together the 4 of them together have the chemistry, you know, and basically any combination of them have it.
Okay.
It's kind of like you could, if you were watching how like the women's wrestling in 2015, like when the horsewomen thing started and all that, and you were watching them, you could kind of understand why basically the whole NXT women's division was surrounded by those 4 for pretty much their entire time they were there.
Right.
Because it was like, yeah, so it was basically just the 4 of them until what was it? Becky, Shaw, and Sasha got called up.
Mhm.
And then it was just Bayley.
Mhm.
But it's like, but the kind of weird thing is, it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same. It hasn't been booked the same way since they got called up. I think it's like there's been a few cases where you've had them booked, but not a lot at the beginning. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like from. Okay, they had the whole gang warfare thing. Fair enough, though. But like
Right.
you didn't really get until Royal Rumble. I want to say 2016
Yes.
when it was Becky and Charlotte, and then that morphed into the Triple Threat at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Then like you started to get more and more. But I believe this is actually the first time you've had all four of them in the same match on the main roster. And it's weird. It's very weird. As like it took 4 years to do that.
Yes. Mhm. I mean, when I heard the tag team, I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? Someone pointed out that that during NXT, what is it, Rival?
The Fatal 4-Way, yeah.
Okay, the Fatal 4-Way.
The Rival. No, actually, it was. No. Was it? Yeah, no, it was Rival. Yeah, it was Rival. Yeah, Fatal 4-Way was a different Fatal 4-Way.
Because they ended up the same pattern like they did during their Fatal 4-Way. Someone pointed it out during the tag match.
Oh, the same kind. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it worked, go for it. It's like it's a four of them working in the garden. The first, first chance of the four of them working together like that. If it works, go for it. And especially it hasn't been. It's been 4 years, maybe 5 years since that match.
Mhm.
You haven't seen that in 5 years, so go for it.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah.
But obviously, considering that two haven't faced each other since, what is it, Unbreakable? Unstoppable. No,
Unstoppable. Yeah.
Unstoppable. A match like this is gonna happen now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just hope when we get to prediction that, obviously, for the sake of
I'm just gonna say this. I'm holding back my fan. I like the two of them, like Becky Sasha, obviously. I'm holding my expectations back on this one compared to the Unbreakable one. Because I'm sure, like, there probably gonna be some people. It's like, oh, you got Becky and Sasha. I keep thinking Becky and Charlotte. Becky and Sasha and Massacre is gonna be just as good, if not better, than the Unstoppable match. I'm holding it back because it's it's the main roster. It's two different beasts.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying, will they be given the chance to do that?
Well, ironically enough, and I just remembered that this is not the first time they won on a WWE pay-per-view. The WWE pay-per-view was TLC, but then again, that was a pre-show.
Yeah, so if we're talking proper pay-per-view, and just the two of them. But but that was TLC. Oh yeah, when they had the fucking what's it called, the 12 Days of Christmas thing at the start. But that, to me, they're completely botched.
And Sasha wore a Patriots hat.
As she is in Boston, so.
Yeah. Speaking of the Patriots, they won 33-3.
And everybody that was watched it that wasn't a Patriots fan groaned.
No, they groaned when they heard we got Antonio Brown. Little iffy with me being a Patriots fan, but hey, if it gives us another Super Bowl, it gives us another Super Bowl. But let's
not get started on that whole shenanigan. Like I was actually keeping up with that whole thing. Was like, what in the flying flamingo is that? What the flying flamingo is going on? The whole thing with Antonio Brown. The whole thing. Like, actually, I'm watching the whole thing. I was like, holy crap.
I didn't know what he was released because
did you hear what happens?
What?
No, did you hear what happened? Do you know what happened?
Just recently?
No, I mean why he got released and all that, or what led up to it.
Because he wasn't happy with the with his what the hell's it called?
Coach?
Yeah.
No, but do you know why that was?
Well,
Apparently, I mean, the last straw. He posted a phone call with himself and the head coach on Instagram. Basically, what the coach started telling him was like, are you being serious? Are you being serious? Do you want to be serious about being a team or not? And he posted that, and he got fined for. I think it was like he got fined. What was it? $215,000 for that.
Okay.
And the fine voided the guaranteed money in his contract, which would have been $30 million. And the fine voided it, and then Tony Brown was like, "Fuck this, release me. I don't want to be here anymore." And that's what happens.
But Gruden gave him permission, from what I've read.
I didn't hear that bit, but either way, you got fined for it. The money got voided, and he said, "I'm out," and now he's a Patriot.
But now he has another problem.
Oh yeah! Oh god! No, let's let about that the better. Oh my god!
I'm not going to discuss that. Everyone knows that we're on this podcast. We do not approve of sexual assault. I don't know why my football team always has to be in center of the controversy with this bullshit. But obviously that's not going to stop me being a fan because I am a fan of the Patriots. But if this is proven true, then they got to get rid of him. This team goes through too much goddamn distractions almost every season.
Yep.
So, I don't know. But back on topic here. Going back to the Sasha Bailey for Becky Charlotte. I know we're jumping all over the place, but they are actually the focus of the 2K
Showcase.
Showcase.
To be fair, they should be. Especially if you got Becky on the cover. Like her on her own is a good story, I guess, like you put it. But it's like if you're going to showcase one of them, you gotta showcase all of them. Because I actually even read, like they did an interview with ESPN and basically, I think it was Becky that actually said it herself, and that it's basically said it was like all of them pushed each other to get to where it's like there wouldn't. I think he said there wouldn't be. What was it? There wouldn't be a boss without the hugger. There wouldn't be the boss without. Actually, there wouldn't be the boss without the hugger. There wouldn't be the man without the queen. That kind of thing. So it's like, and she's right. I'm like Becky fan right here, but I'm saying she didn't do it on her own. Like the man wouldn't have happened.
Dave just broke up.
Did I? Sorry. Well, no. Am I here? Hello.
Dave.
Hello. Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened with my co-host, but
the call. Whoa. Okay.
With the house.
I'm muting that because she's talking. She's talking. Yeah, she's talking on her own, but apparently she can't hear me, so we're not gonna have two people talking over each other. We're not having two people talking over each other to not being able to understand anybody. Can you actually hear me again? Okay, she said you can hear me again, so I'm muting that. Okay. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, no, it's just saying it's like you can't as a Becky fan, I'm not gonna be arrogant enough to say she did it on her own. She definitely didn't. I'll give credit for all of them. And in a weird way, I know we know what today is. Which actually, I don't think we actually forgot to bring it up there. Or at least today of recording.
It's a somber anniversary here in the state.
Yeah. And it's also, we can talk about that. But it's like it's kind of a weird way to bring it up in contrast to that, but I'm sure you probably saw it. But today is put that psalmist thing aside, a good day to be Becky, I guess, because this 3 years to the day that the Becky won the first SmackDown title.
Where we all thought it was going to be Nikki Bella.
We all feared that would be Nikki Bella.
Yeah. But obviously they made the right choice.
But yeah, but to be fair, it's like it had to be her. You know? Like no, it was like no disrespect to anybody else. So I think it was, what was it? Carmella would have been too soon. Nikki would have been too obvious, but good thing she wasn't. Naomi would have been too soon. Who else was in that match?
Alexa.
Well, she could have had a chance on that.
Well, she did have. I'm not gonna lie. She did have a breakout moment. She was shining in that match until she got eliminated.
Good. Yeah, it's some people forget that you can still look good in defeat.
Okay.
And that's what she did. So yeah, there's that. Though we're also in the contrast of Becky fans, it also lead to a very disappointing length of a title reign because I think it only went like 97 days, losing to said Alexa, I believe.
Okay.
But anyway, let's not go into the story. But like going back, having the 4 horsewomen as the showcase, I think it's the right move.
Yeah, because I'm going to make this announcement right now. Hopefully the GameStop has opened because I will pick it up probably, but I will probably do it Tuesday after work so I can pick it up because I've ordered to I get it the Monday before to avoid download times. I think it was WWE 2K17 that downloaded forever, and I was not able to get on until Wednesday. And knowing me, I said this is going to probably be on this or maybe on my Twitch channel, which is I don't even know my own damn Twitch channel. So Dave, if you can pull it out, can you let me know?
I think it's D making G.
Okay, so obviously I decided to stream the Women's Evolution story of me playing it and having some commentary. So this is the because we're gonna have a lot of attires regarding what the hell is it called? Attires regarding these things. We're gonna have Charlotte versus Natalya at the first takeover. Rival is Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky. Brooklyn, Bayley versus Sasha. Night of Champions 2015. Charlotte versus Nikki. 32. WrestleMania 32. Charlotte, obviously the triple threat. Raw versus Charlotte. The one Sasha won the title. Backlash, Becky, Alexa, Carmella, Naomi, Natalya, Nikki. Hell in a Cell, Charlotte versus Sasha. Elimination. Why did they put Becky versus... Okay, I got a weird question. Why did they put Becky versus Mickey?
What one was that one again?
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. That would have been after she lost the title, I believe.
Yeah, but it does. I'm going to be honest. Okay, let me go through. Bayley versus Charlotte. Sasha versus Nia. Bayley versus Charlotte versus Nia versus Sasha. Charlotte versus Asuka. Becky versus Charlotte. Becky versus Charlotte versus Ronda. To
be fair, that's gotta be the way to end up.
Yeah, because that's the first women's main event of WrestleMania. I know why I don't nitpick that much when it comes to things, but every match makes sense. But Becky versus Mickey at Elimination Chamber, they should have just added 2 out of 3 falls match they had on SmackDown. Because Becky versus Mickey,
I think it's like they'd have. Yeah, are you talking? It was a 2 out of 3 falls against Mickey, was it?
Yeah, it was 2 out of 3 falls.
I feel like they at the very least they would have to have put in a Mickey match because of the extension to the Alexa feud, because it was Mickey that came back and attacked Becky during the steel cage match.
Right.
So they had to include one of those matches. But I probably was 2 out of 3 falls pay-per-view or SmackDown.
That was SmackDown.
I feel like if they were gonna pick one of them, it would have to be a pay-per-view match, not a SmackDown match. Whether it was 2 out of 3 falls or not. I think they had to pick
a
a...
Monday Night Raw match. They have a Monday Night Raw match for a
Yeah.
couple of them. Sasha.
Yeah, but I feel yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe it's like they had to sprinkle in a few pay-per-views that you can, I guess.
Yeah, but another thing I noticed missing was the Iron Woman match.
I don't. If you've got Brooklyn in there, I don't think you would need to have the Iron Woman match as well.
No, Sasha versus Charlotte Iron Woman match.
Oh, that one. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Sasha got busted.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't like. I think it's like they probably don't want to have too many of the same matchup. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like they probably already have a Sasha Charlotte match in there, so I probably don't have a second one.
2 times.
2 times, but don't have it 3 times. And also, I think it's like they also have to have a good stretching of time. You know, like they have.
1 second, I have a phone call. Dave, continue.
Hey, great. Stuck on my own without warning. Good. This is a problem. You're gonna leave me hanging and dry, and I have no preparation for this because the best thing I can really do, I'm better off with bouncing off somebody, and that person I was bouncing off is disappeared. So, yeah. Okay. Well, actually, I will say, just a cheap plug, I guess. If I was gonna
right
no. Came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Sorry about that. I had to play technical support. But as I was saying...
okay, never mind. I won't say my bet then.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you were thinking about streaming it, I was going to stream it myself.
I mean, we can both stream, but I don't have a proper headset.
I do. I'm using I've got the headset I'm using right now, so... Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I will stream... will be on my Twitch page. Obviously, Dave would upload it. Dave would do it, and here I have his own commentary.
Yep.
Me, I would probably curse out the thing.
Probably.
Yeah, because
just probably. Are you sure you mean it won't be a definite?
No,
you will. You definitely will.
Every time I read the thing, I'm always screwing up on something, or I can't get the person, or I'm always yelling at this, always yelling at that.
That's being a gamer for you.
Yeah. And it's a pain in the ass, but I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Oh, there I go. I follow the command. Beat the crap out of person. Do this, do that. Door finisher. You know. But continue what you were saying.
I'm done.
All right, but I honestly, here's the thing. I agree with some of the matches, with the exception of one. Obviously, I already said what it was: Mickey versus Becky at Elimination Chamber. Maybe I should go back and watch it again.
Maybe you're not thinking of it as good as it actually was. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it wasn't that good. I don't know, because I remember.
You might just be thinking that because of the stipulation it was better.
Yeah, I don't know. But all right. So moving forward to SmackDown.
Wait, hang on. Was there anything more on Raw?
No, besides Cedric Alexander.
There was the GP they did, and by having a guy in the Celtics jersey winning the 24/7 title.
Oh my God! I hope the New Yorkers booed him.
They did. Anyway, it's I feel like they're really trying to grab some attention with the title, like getting all the now they're getting some like non WWE people to get the title. But like, hey, you got a photo op here. It's like, hey, he's an actual WWE champion now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, Dakota Kai's returning.
Oh shit! When?
I think next week. Don't forget next week's the NXT show.
Oh snap! I gotta get snappy on my catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Hindsight. Okay. Yep. Good to know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So SmackDown. Go ahead.
Undertaker returns.
Well, it was Stone Cold on Raw, so you got to take on SmackDown.
Undertaker returns.
Joke Sam Sami Zayn.
I don't know why.
Because annoying pest comes out to Undertaker, so bleh.
What else happened? Nothing really popped. Oh, wait a second. What's his name? Elias got hurt.
Now, my kind of thinking now is, did he actually get hurt, or was that just a convenient way to take him out so you could replace him with Shane McMahon?
I've heard that is actually legit.
Okay. Okay. But I was just thinking, it's like, if he was hurt, we only heard about it and only 2 hours before the show.
Yeah, which is strange, but he said something's broken in his body.
Ow.
Yeah. Then what else happened? I think a lot of the promo that Nikki Cross did. I'm sorry. What the hell's her name? Mandy Rose did towards Nikki Cross pissed people off. But then again, that's Nikki Cross being a heel. But I can understand why.
They're both heels.
Oh.
Mandy Rose is a heel. I guess right now Bliss and Cross are tweeners.
No, Cross is the face.
Yeah.
Nikki Bliss is, I'm gonna say, tweener for now.
That's what I mean. The two of them are tweeners, but it's Mandy Rose as a heel.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah, and then obviously we found out that Shane McMahon may be the best in the world.
No. You gotta put some effort into it. It's best in the world. Got a Greg Hamilton in it.
Shane McMahon.
I'm not doing all of it.
No, because
Pay me, Shane. I'll do it.
Yeah. But obviously, we found out that Shane McMahon is not the king of the ring.
I think everybody was worried about that. It's he's certain the man, he's gonna, put himself in the final and win it. But no. It was actually what he put himself into the semi-final match. That made Kevin Owens the referee. Gable won it quickly, and then Shane McMahon's like, no, 2 out of 3 falls, and then Gable just wins again.
And then Kevin Owens got fired, and he posts a cryptic message that I think people made out to be NXT.
How would it be NXT? If it was linked to a date, it's not linked to a date because it's not a date.
First off, it's not a date. You're right.
Yeah, it can't be because it was 23/16. How many? Since when has there been 23 months in the year? Lousy smart sweater.
Okay, hang on. 14/24/20. Okay, someone said only if she's 5'3". Some dumbass. All right. 14th letter is N. 24th letter is X. 20th letter is T.
Ah.
Yeah, and don't forget NXT is
going live on next week.
Going live, and we're recording next Thursday to talk about it. So
Wednesday. Oh yeah, so yeah. Oh yeah, we move recording the Thursday because of NXT.
Yeah.
Because we would be recording as it happened. So I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah, because I was thinking oh my god, but they have a fatal 5-way. If Rhea Ripley wins, it's a fatal 5-way for the women's title. For the title, someone should take that damn title off Shayna. But
Well, I think people have been saying that for like a good, year now?
yep,
There's that.
huh. All right. So, let's see what else has happened. Okay, so here we go. Predictions. 11 matches, and Dave and I can easily go 10-1.
We need to go
Okay.
0-11.
Oh shit.
Though actually, we'll say there was talk that, or actually, it was originally said that the King of the Ring final would be Clash of Champions. That has been moved to now the Raw after. So
I think predicting King of the Ring would have been different because I think both you and I would have said Corbin.
yeah. So no difference anyway.
No surprise there.
All right. Since I guess since you made the list, you can go through it. Yep.
Okay.
And you've already made your picks here, so I'll let you do it.
All right. So let's see. I have. I don't know. I'm gonna look at Google Doc.
Should I go through it because
yeah,
you?
you're gonna make it easier. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just going through the order that you put it down here, so there's that. So Bailey and Charlotte.
I said Bailey.
You said Bailey.
Yep.
I shall too. Cause I feel like, and this is kind of a spoiler to the next prediction. I feel like they're gonna have to build up they can turn Bailey heel and then just have her lose.
Yeah, you can't do that. Give Charlotte. I think around Hell in a Cell, Bailey's dropping, or you take Charlotte out of the equation and you have Liv Morgan come back. But I don't know when.
Where the hell is she? Where the hell is she?
That's a good thing, and obviously.
Good question, you mean?
A couple matches down. I will mention what was spoiled, sort of.
Let's jump here a bit. Actually, what we got here? Cruiserweight triple threat: Gulak, Carrillo, and Dorado.
I said Drew retains.
Yep. Gulak, and apparently there's actually been. I read there's actually been a rumor, and it's probably actually been confirmed that they're going to be canceling 205 Live. When
Said.
And they're going to be canceling 205 Live when SmackDown goes to Fox. Apparently what they're going to be doing is they're going to be integrating 205 Cruiserweight into NXT. Or maybe half NXT, half main roster.
I honestly, when they did it with the main roster, it was all over the place.
It was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown tags, New Day against Revival.
I said New Day.
Raw team going for a SmackDown title. Unless they're jumping them over, I don't think they'll win it. New Day. Nakamura and Miz.
Okay, so I said Nakamura because obviously WWE Australia does have it. I'm sorry, WWE is going on Australia. Was Finn returning versus Nakamura. I think they are continuing the Nakamura versus Finn feud. Well, technically, it wasn't a feud. Now, here the reason why I said Nakamura because we haven't seen him, and plus the thing with everything with Finn being bald now, and Nakamura having Sammy, it makes a lot of sense. Now, Finn. It seems to be like in a midlife crisis. We all go through the midlife crisis. Tattoos and everything. He's going to end up turning to Undertaker 2.0. No disrespect to Undertaker, but we all saw what that neck tattoo did. But obviously, a photo is now floating around with the dinosaur. So I would say keep the dinosaur because it is cute. But if you do break up with your stupid ass bitch wife, make sure you turn into Godzilla or take it off. But hey, laser removal you can afford. You know what I mean? Because it's Finn, he has the money. Anyway, but the reason why I said Nakamura is because of that. I don't think now. Another thing I can think is Miz was in that Fox promotion channel promo, but we don't know who was moving over. So this was technically of a toss up. So I said Nakamura. With the factor of Sammy being involved too.
I just said Nakamura because Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And Miz, I don't know, you take a loss.
Now.
And I know I wasn't going into all the Finn stuff because, well, that's your business, not mine. Next one. Next one. I'm not drowning in that. I'm not drowning my sorrows on that because I don't have any sorrows to drown because I'm not thinking about it at all. Thank you very much. Becky and Sasha.
For the love of God, Sasha.
As the Becky fan, it's gotta end. I think that I think it's run its course. Sasha came back. She needs to win the title.
If she doesn't win the title, I don't know what else. They're really milking the whole Seth and Becky thing. So something has to end. If Seth ends for the time,
they're not even doing that anymore. Like no, at least on TV anyway, they're not doing that.
As soon as I know when them cake asses got engaged, they would immediately put it in our face, but they haven't.
Hey. At least they haven't had any. At least they haven't said they're gonna be like a fucking, you know, they're not gonna get married on TV. These are not going that far. Anyway, Roman Reigns against Eric Rowan.
Roman, because Roman doesn't lose.
Roman wins, lol. Bliss and Cross against Rose and Deville.
I said Mandy and Sonya because I think they're gonna win. Again, this was a toss-up.
This is actually gonna, believe it or not, this is actually well, actually not believe it or not because we do this all the time. But right now, this is actually excuse me, our first disagreement.
You're saying chance retain.
I'm saying chance retain.
Okay.
AJ and Cedric.
If what I think is right with Finn versus Nakamura down the line, and if WWE pulls something out, I think it's going to be AJ versus Finn at Survivor Series. So I said AJ.
I like how you make everything about Finn. AJ wins because like just, you know, Cedric is like he's not okay. Fair enough. He got the win in the 8-man tag, but it's like I don't see him getting the win on AJ 1-on-1, especially when you got the OC in there.
Yeah, I think the last three are going to be disagreements.
Kofi and Orton.
I said Orton because I think that this is going to come back to Kofi tenfold.
I will put up a disagreement here. I'll say Kofi retains. I think it's like they could very easily put the title on Orton here, but I think it's like it'd probably be best to have Kofi to keep the title here. At least keep it the Survivor Series.
You would really see Seth versus Kofi?
Oh right, yeah, they're doing the brand thing. So, Hell in a Cell then. They could do that, but no, actually not. But I just are they? Will they be doing that again for a third year in a row, having champions go against each other?
You know how they are.
If that's the case, actually they could have Bayley drop the title of Hell in a Cell. Because saying they can't have Sasha go against Bayley. And we both picked them. So, I don't know. Okay, now,
We've seen stuff change before Survivor Series, hence 2017. Where AJ won the title over Jinder. Charlotte won the title over Asuka.
If Jinder winning the title is as mad as it can get.
No, honestly, he was the worst champion. All right, continue.
Okay, now we get to your favorite two matches and sarcasm.
Oh Lord.
Tag match, tag titles: Rollins and Strowman against Rude and Ziggler.
I said Ziggler and Rude because Seth Rollins does not fucking deserve both titles.
I will agree on this one, mainly because I think they'll have Strowman will either attack Rollins or leave him high and dry during the match. So they kind of beat him up for, beat him up so he's not 100% going into the main event, which I assume will be the main event, Rollins and Strowman for the Universal title. And I'll say, because you go mad, you've got Braun winning. Because FSR.
I did that because I did that.
Yep.
And obviously, enough's enough.
I'm gonna disagree and say Rollins retains. I was gonna say it's gonna be a case of I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna do like a mini heel turn with Braun in the tag match, just so you can have him Rollins go over the Giants. So you have the best of both worlds. So yeah. Also, at this point, I honestly cannot see Strowman as a main champion anymore. Like his time to have the title and be kind of credible with it, it's gone because they buried him too much. Like he's basically had the Big Show role of we'll turn him when it's convenient, and that just does not help. That doesn't help him. If they didn't do that, I would believe him more. I believe him more, but I just don't.
Well, you know who's next after the Fiend?
Oh right, that too. The Fiend's got Hell in a Cell.
Obviously, if the Fiend defeats Seth Rollins, that's a birthday present for me. Happy birthday.
Also, I just don't see them doing. I didn't even think about that. I don't see them doing Bray and Strowman.
That would be an interesting thing. That would be pretty interesting. Not gonna lie.
It would be, but that's why it's not gonna happen.
So rundown.
So agreements. We both have Bayley against Charlotte. We both have Drew Gulak and a Cruiserweight Triple Threat. We do have New Day against Revival. We both have Nakamura against The Miz. We both have Sasha over Becky, not Bayley. We both have Roman over Rowan. Reigns over Rowan. We both have AJ over Cedric. Disagreements. For the women's tag title match, you've got Mandy and Sonya, and I've got Bliss and Cross. WWE Championship match, you've got Orton, I've got Kofi. And, we both have Rude and Ziggler against Rollins and Strowman. Disagreement, Universal title match, I've got Rollins, you've got Braun. So there is a total of 3 disagreements and 11 match card. You're expecting 3.
Oh, I thought it was more.
Nope, 3.
Well, if that's the case, Dave's gonna beat me up.
What?
You're gonna beat me up, but that I know.
Like, why, beat you up because there's 3 matches?
No. You know what I'm gonna say.
Please don't.
I'll say that. I'll say it.
Ugh, alright.
Alright, so thank you everyone for listening to our dopey show. Tune in next week where hopefully nobody goes to jail. It'll be Thursday. We'll review NXT Live. So yeah.
Okay. Nighty night. Or good morning, good afternoon, or whatever it is.
Yeah.